Hi guys, and welcome back to the official Doctor Who podcast.
I'm Shabaz.
And I'm Nadia Jae. Now, whether you are new to the Whoniverse,
or you've seen all 878 episodes.
it's a lot of episodes, but this is the place for you, all right? We're going to be dissecting everything right here on the official Doctor Who podcast. Okay, the excitement is so real. Spoiler alert! Woo! Do not watch any more of this until you have gone to see 73 Yards. That is the episode that we're going to be dissecting, okay? So go on Disney Plus, where available, or of course you can watch it on BBC iPlayer and then come back here because we've got lots to talk about.
Now, listen, Nadia, I can see that you're about to convulse, right? I feel the same way. But before we break down the episode, we need a guest in it.
We do.
So let's have a look. It's giving Weeping Angel.
That's what I was doing.
I was going to say, don't blink.
If you said Wallace and Gromit, I'd have been good too.
No.
So welcome to the studio, writer and comedian Sarah Keyworth. God, our Cruvian, Whovian crew are getting louder each episode, aren't they?
Oh, they are
so
indeed.
much.
We've got
Thank
more
you
of them
so
now.
much for having me.
Oh,
thank you for bringing me on with my cousin.
Yes.
With your
What a relative.
various relatives.
So lovely to be here.
Do you know what? We'd love to know what your first memory of Doctor Who is.
So one of my first memories is watching the one with the children with the gas mask. It's called The Empty Child.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember being so scared.
Oh, yeah, the
terrified.
Doctor dances.
Yeah.
What an episode. That is terrifying, though.
I remember being too scared to watch it, and then my cousin, not that one, said to me, because we were like, I don't know how old we were, like 11, 12 or something,
Yeah.
and he was like, no, Sarah, I've watched it. If I can watch it, you can watch
Yes.
it. He lied.
Oh,
Right, as you do.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it, and then I watched the whole thing, and then I didn't sleep for... how many years ago was that?
The last 20 years,
genuinely
yeah.
one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen in my
Bless
life.
your heart.
I basically just remember being scared for so long.
Right, so Nadia, what about you? What was yours?
Oh, mine was the episode Rose, actually, where she gets chased by mannequins.
Yes.
And that freaked me out.
Yeah.
So
You've
scary.
not been shopping since?
No, basically. And I work in central London and I just feel like everything that's like it's similar to my life and what could actually really happen. That one got me. That was one of my like first episodes getting back into the Doctor.
We were the perfect age for like the reboot, the Eccleston reboot. And I think, the portrayal of Rose's mum as well.
Right?
It's just such an accurate mum behaviour at Christmas time.
Yeah.
She's just losing her mind.
Literally.
Yeah,
just like-
and that 2000s
Yeah.
era.
That noughties era.
Noughties era.
Oh,
We
the
know what it was
fashion
like.
sense.
The fashion's crazy.
Yeah, those denims.
Low-rise
and the
jeans.
eyebrows as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, eyebrows.
Yeah.
And then what about you, Shabaz?
Oh, mine's right. This is really hard because I watched it with my dad growing up. So, and he grew up, he made me watch episodes he started first watching over and over.
Amazing.
So it was actually the fourth Doctor. Is it Tom Baker? Yeah, we watched that whole... I mean, Tom Baker was on it for a long time. I think it was 7 years. So, yeah, we watched all of them. But he loved Doctor Who. So back then, I didn't know what it was. So I just used to watch the show that my dad loved.
Yeah.
And I remember the theme tune. So when it came back, I was like, oh, my God, it's that. So, I guess the earliest one's got to be... I think... I don't know which specific one because I watched them on repeat. It's a bit like it's merged into one.
Yeah.
Right. So now we've got that. What is the one thing you're looking forward to talk about, to dissect in 73 Yards?
You're asking me to choose one thing.
One thing.
Right.
I only want one.
I can't. Okay, all right. If I had to pick one thing, I need to know more about the woman. I want to know what her face looks like.
That part.
But also I didn't want to know. I was scared.
Yes.
Basically, I was so scared, and I was sort of half intrigued, half terrified. And I was like, I want to know what she looks like, but I also don't know what she looks like.
still look intrigued
But
and
also mainly,
terrified.
I want to know what she was signing.
Oh,
I want to know what she was doing, like whether
Macarena.
it could be Macarena. Is it a long game of charades? And she's just getting really frustrated by the end.
somebody also said...
Someone's
right,
like, it's how to lose a guy in 10 days.
we were literally having this conversation, and I think she was either doing the Macarena or she was doing the, when the air stewardess is like exits for there
this
on the
way,
left.
that way.
She's like, please, can you just look this way? Take your headphones out.
Take your headphones out and pay attention. Gas mask on first.
Yeah.
Because Ruby's always protecting the Doctor and stuff. So what she was saying is put the gas mask on first.
Absolutely not.
Protect yourself first
No.
before you help others.
No, you're both right. We need to get into all that. Plus, it was written by Russell T Davies and back in Russell's home in Wales.
It absolutely
That
is.
must be important.
Beautiful scenery.
Oh, yes.
May I add?
Where did the Doctor go, though?
Yeah, legit question. We're also talking to Amol Rajan, his cameo, and him, of course, interacting with Mad Jack. We'll actually have a chat with him later. Looking forward to that.
Plus, we've got a sneak peek from next episode, Dot and Bubble. Ooh. And the man himself, Russell T Davies, is going to give us a few tidbits and some breadcrumbs and all the things we need.
We love a breadcrumb and a tidbit, don't we?
Yeah,
lovely.
Together. One on top of each other.
Very
Start
British.
Remain. All right, we're going to start where it all begins, on the Welsh coastline. Let's remind ourselves.
Oh, yes! We are in Wales! Spectacular!
How can you tell?
Oh, that smell, that green, that coastline, Ruby. Oh, the rocks and the water, it never ends. The war between the land and the sea.
Oh, you know what? I've been to Wales twice. I went to see Shy Girl in Cardiff, and then I went to Mumbles when I was about 16 because of a boy. I think I broke his heart, but there you go.
Bless him. Mind you, Roger ap William, that's a bad example of the Welsh. Terrifying.
Oh, yeah?
The most dangerous prime minister in history.
Right, so we're in Wales, right? This is obviously close to Russell's heart because it's his home. Now, here's the thing. There was so much Wales in the Wales episode, right? One thing that really stood out to me was how the people. Do you remember that pub scene?
Yeah.
What do you think?
So good. Nice little bit of like English hatred, but
Yes,
not too much.
that's what it was.
Not too much, but a little nod to it, right? Beautiful people. They all had a great sense of humour, which I think is very Welsh. Lovely little collection of diverse people in a pub. My favourite moment, which is so relatable for walking into a pub in a rural area, is just that moment where you walk in and everybody who's probably been sat in that pub for like 7 years turns around and looks at the door.
At the same time.
They give you that sort of
That
up
look
and
and
down
going,
look.
who the hell are you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lovely stuff.
My favourite part was the, we've got a special little box where you can pay for your, pay here. And I was just like, oh my God, don't do that. She's already on edge. Like, I was on edge. I didn't need the jokes. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what it is, Nadia? I thought she'd gone into the past. Because
Exactly.
They were really, they were trying her, weren't they? They was tight. Like, firstly, you walk into this pub, you don't know where you are. Woman's following you, which we'll come to. And then you walk in and there's a woman with a beret right in the story. Mm-hmm. You've got this gothy couple.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were a couple, but gothy couple.
You got Josh.
It felt like a movie set. She also walked in and then the bar woman could not have been unsupported. What do you mean? What's one of them? What's your phone? And they all just pranked her.
I fell for that as well. I was like, okay, well, there's a goth there, so it can't be that far in the past. So I was trying to work out what era it was. The moment they do the contactless reveal, I was like, all right, okay, lol. You got me.
Yeah.
But the lol wasn't lolling like it normally does.
It wasn't
It was
a lol.
lol, but my stomach was still tight. Do you know what I mean? Because can we talk about what had happened? First of all, where's the doctor?
Oh, the doctor. Because she gets out and it's scary because the whole first half of that episode was like a Welsh horror. I even messaged Nadia watching it saying, Nadia, do not watch this at night because it is terrifying. There was that creepy, the camera angles were down here.
I watched it here in a brightly lit office space.
I was still scared.
In a plastic chair with headphones on and other
Caribbeans.
people. And I genuinely was, I was like terrified, absolutely terrified. And I was like, I can't be crying in front of these people.
First of all, I'm sorry, the doctor needs to take some sort of, responsibility for the fact that he's stepping on things and not looking where he's going. It's doing my head in now. He steps on this lovely little rosy thing and then now look, we're in
Stepped on a mine.
we're in a horror movie now.
Also, he stood on it.
Exactly.
And she got a curse.
Absolutely.
I'd be fuming.
I think it's because she picked up. Yeah, well, you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm not even the one who broke it, and my whole life is cursed.
Yeah.
I've got to go 80 years on my own. My mum's ran off.
I know.
Because my mate stood on a thread.
He ruined her life. He was in it for 3 minutes and ruined her entire life. 70 years went past.
That's
right?
not friendship.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. And not only that, he disappeared, made everyone in her life disappear.
Yeah.
And then. Yeah,
And
we'll come to that
she's
though.
still hanging on at the end.
I know, she was really hanging on.
Hobbling up there with a walking stick, going, oh, my old friend. He's no mate of yours.
My old friend? I don't think so.
Okay, so the thing is, the doctor stumbled over this fairy circle and disappeared, but that has happened before, hasn't it?
Well, he's disappeared before, yeah.
Right.
Like, we've had Dr. Light episodes, right? So, the first one being 2007's Blink. Weeping Angels. So obviously, that was with Sally Sparrow, who's played by Carrie Mulligan, and she was in that episode soloing it, right? And Weeping Angels, solo. And then we had Catherine Tate, talented Catherine Tate, playing Donna Noble in 2008 with Turn Left. And do you know what? She went off on an adventure because she was with Rose, wasn't she? So
Yeah, she was. I remember this. My Rose
It's
days.
always the scariest episodes when the doctor's not there because you don't have that level of comfort of like, he's
Brilliant.
going to figure it out. The doctor will know.
I will say as well, something that I picked up on is the fact that she couldn't get the keys to the TARDIS just all of a sudden weren't working.
Didn't they?
He changed the locks, right?
Yeah.
This is what we were talking about.
But didn't this happen with Blink? They couldn't get in.
Yeah. I just think every time the doctor disappears, you don't get the key anymore. Sorry, change the locks. Here's your bags packed on the.
Some friend.
Where were all her clothes and stuff that she packed?
I don't know.
She could have left her with some, if you're going to
that's
pack
true.
somebody's bag and change the locks, at least leave the bags there.
She had to borrow a hat.
Exactly.
All right, we've been talking about said 73 yards woman, all right? So let's remind ourselves.
I don't want to.
Have you seen my friend
Look,
who was here? He's just...
Oh my days.
Can you just wait there?
What's she doing?
Imagine if she's doing that.
Imagine if she's doing that and she's like, I can do it, can you?
Guys,
I can't do it.
All she wants
Can't
is a
do it.
compliment.
Yeah. I love it, Sarah. Oh, that's brilliant.
Bless her. My stomach dropped when I saw her. I got really freaked out. I think it's really just like single figure.
That's what it is.
In that, like, the sort of chaotic backdrop of the sea, the coastline. Just one wind blowing.
Billowing hair.
And the whispers. It was the whispers for me. Like,
What are you
bits
whispering for?
What are you saying?
Just shout it across, man. I've got, what I was going to say, course. I'm on the coastline. Just shout it across, love.
You're
What
not
are you
allowed to
whispering?
talk in charades.
Yeah.
Just say
That was brilliant, though. Like, I mean, utterly terrifying. So she does work out, though, didn't she, that she's 73 yards away.
The real question is why? Why so specific?
Oh my God. So the episode's called 73 Yards.
Yeah.
And then, your roll credits when you find out 73 yards. Why 73 yards? Is that significant?
Well, 7 plus 3 is 10. That's what I've
Yeah.
got.
And then 10 minus 7 is 3.
Lovely. That's how we got the jobs, guys.
You've cracked it. It's 10.
you've worked it out.
This is it.
Maybe the numbers 7 and 3 are going to keep recurring. We're early on in the series. We don't know. We have to keep an eye out for those
I love
numbers.
that, Sarah. That was such a good answer. But listen, last week in the teaser, Russell actually said that he measured actual 73 yards on Swansea Pier. Actually measured it.
But why?
Why would you? Who cares? It's on screen. No one knows it's 73 yards away. You can just say it is.
It's got to mean something. 73 is... That won't be a random number.
And he also said Welsh folk horror.
What does it mean,
It
though?
stresses me out. That stresses me out.
It was such a layer. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously we are talking about a woman who is stalking Ruby. We don't know who this woman is. The woman doesn't speak. Whispers everywhere. We're in the pub. Everyone's taking the mick out of me. Where's the doctor? And it just stressed me out the whole episode.
Now, the thing is, right, biggest question, at the end, we do a time jumpy thing, and it's Ruby doing the sign language. Or is it?
Oh my God.
Wait, what?
You didn't?
Do you think it's Ruby or not at
Are
the
you
end?
suggesting that the old lady is Ruby?
Yeah.
Did you not get that?
Did you not get that at the end?
Oh.
So what did you get?
I don't know. I just thought she was a friendly lady.
Okay, let's just remind ourselves of that, right?
Sorry it took so long. And I tried so hard. What else could I do?
And also, Ruby said at the beginning she'd been to Wales twice.
At
the end, she says she's been
3 times. But she can't remember the 3rd time.
Okay, but if it was Ruby, why would she be so mean to her own mum?
Because Ruby needs to finish the job. And Ruby won't finish the job as in getting to... Well, we're going to get there soon, but going to
doing
the
what she needs to
politician,
do.
doing the job she needs to do. She's not going to do that if she's got friends, family, a relationship.
I don't know what she said. What she said to her?
Here's what I think, right? Shabaz has been this is the 3rd time we've been sat here,
I
right?
know what's coming.
And he's been going on and on about Ruby being a baddie. And when I was watching, I was like, the doctor's gone. Everyone hates Ruby. I blame Shabaz. I think that Russell's been on here.
You've manifested this.
You have.
Yeah.
So what she's saying, do you know what she's whispering?
What?
Shabaz hates you.
Shabaz hates you.
Shabaz
Shabaz hates her. Everyone
hates
run.
you.
Doesn't matter what you think about your daughter, Shabaz hates her.
That's it.
Yeah. Right, Millie, I'm going to just put this out there. I don't hate you. I don't hate Ruby inherently. I just want her to be a bad person because I love chaos and drama. Have I changed my mind? 73-year-old woman doing Macarena on a hill telling people that all sorts of nonsense, people are running away. Still a baddie. Sorry. Still a baddie.
Well,
She's a goodie if she stopped the nuclear war.
here's the
Yeah,
thing.
go on.
She's got a superpower. I know the snow thing keeps happening, right? She keeps making it snow, doesn't she?
There was more snow happening and it happened multiple times.
Yeah, so I think it
Is
snows
it
when she
tied
gets...
to her emotion?
Yes.
When did it stop snowing though? Because she said when she's old, she said I used to be able to make it snow.
Oh, yeah, she did, didn't she?
So at what point does it stop snowing?
When she completely became devoid of emotion.
Does even the snow abandon her?
That's so, stop it, you're making me
So
cry.
deep.
Yeah.
That is deep. The snow was like, the snow got
That's
told
enough.
by
Oh my
73-year-old
God, the snow
woman.
heard it.
Yeah.
It runs back up.
There's definitely something tied to her emotions, though.
I do
And
think
the
that,
snow.
I think you might
When
be
she
on
gets
Have a
scared.
big Arctic episode. At
Or
one
maybe
point.
when she stopped being scared.
Oh, or maybe when she just stopped caring about the past.
Yeah.
Because remember, it snows when she has memories of her childhood because it snowed on the night she was born on that fine Sunday. And then, but I think maybe when she stopped caring, she said she stopped searching for her parents.
Yeah,
she
she
never
did.
found them. So I think that's when she stopped caring or when she stopped wanting to find them, that's when it happened.
Agreed. Oh, we've cracked
Oh,
it,
it's
guys.
sad, isn't it?
It is.
The whole
sad.
thing is
Poor
just
old
one
Ruby.
sad affair. I can't do anymore.
I have a question for
Go
you.
on.
You know, at the end, when she stops the doctor from standing on the fairy circle, but the doctor has already just told her about the politician and the nuclear weapons and everything. Does that mean that there's a time loop where she saves the world, or is it a completely different timeline? Like, does it happen or does it not?
The thing with it is, I think, alternate timelines. There is a timeline where Ruby, he does step on it. But also, did the doctor know what had happened? My mind was really going overdrive. Because at the end, before he broke the circle, did he look at Ruby and think, my God, you went through it 70 years, you travelled alone, you did all sorts of nonsense. Or does he not know what had happened? Does he know
I mean,
about
if he
the
did know and he went to step on it again,
It
I
was like,
reiterate, no friendship
that's
there.
not
Yeah.
what your friend.
Yeah. He hates Ruby.
Yeah. I'd love it to bridge. I'd
To come
love
back
to
and
come
full
back,
loop.
and we're going to
And we
get
need
to
a-
a point where it meets and we're like, Ruby at 40.
She finds herself at 40
Oh my God, we need a loop. We need a
Yeah.
loop and a swap.
and she's
a
like,
switcheroo.
I look great.
Look at my glasses
Oh my
and my
God.
long hair.
I haven't aged
I
a
definitely look
day.
40. Now, the thing is...
Abandonment suits me.
Yeah, look-
Abandonment
yeah,
suits
giving that
me.
abandonment. Like, it's giving abandonment.
So, guys, Kate Lethbridge-Stewart is back.
Oh,
we
unit.
cannot ignore that. Of course, head of unit, and normally a presence that we are kind of comfortable with. You know, she helps solve things, and then that didn't quite work out either.
I felt properly reassured when
That's
she turned up. I was like, this is excellent. She's not alone. Everything's going to be okay. I felt that.
Until
And that's when they reveal how much time's passed. They reveal like a year's gone by and she's been
Yeah.
living with this situation for a year. So I was like, okay, all right, we're on the up now. Everything's going to be okay.
we'd only seen the 73-year-old woman speak to one person and make people run away. When I saw the whole unit went like that, and I was like, nah, I'm out.
And she could do it from a distance
From
as
a
well.
di-
She got Kate from all the way. Oh, was she hearing
she
it
had
in
a
her
hearing
ear?
aid.
and then she
hearing
literally
piece inside.
started, and then obviously Ruby's like, no, and I thought, oh my God, nah.
But I don't
All bets are off.
understand. What was confusing for me about that moment was you are trained soldiers. You are unit, right? No
But
MI5, no of the rest of them. You are unit.
Nah.
How are you going up to a random 73-year-old woman when we've been told, you've been given the instruction not to listen to her, not to engage?
That's the power, though.
Well, you engaged, isn't it?
We know that. Like, I mean, sorry about soldiers. There's not much more powerful than a mother's love. Am I right?
Yeah, true.
Am I right?
And the mother
And
abandoned
her mum
Who are the soldiers?
was off straight away, right?
true.
So I was like, the soldiers have no investment in this person whatsoever. They're out. The moment Kate started saying, don't worry, we're fully trained, we've got all this, we've got all that,
Yeah.
I was like,
She's gone as well. She's
Absolutely.
gone.
See you later, Kate.
Yeah, she's blowing that trumpet way too loud, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's like, we are the best. We do supernatural.
Yeah, when she said that,
we
she
save
added to the
planets.
CV.
Sounding a bit arrogant now, Kate.
Yes. She was like, what do we do?
Yeah.
We save planets. We do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for years. And do you know what? So did my dad.
Maybe brag after the job's done.
Maybe brag
Yeah,
after the
do
fact.
the job and then brag.
And then
innit?
we can have a pint and you can have a brag.
It'd be like, what I'm putting here, got rid of 73 yards, woman.
Not
Now I'll
quite.
say it. But did she? Did she help?
Do a little cross.
Now we get to see Ruby go along to a broadcast with BBC journalist Amol Rajan. Let's remind ourselves of that.
Yes, but the point is that if people are worried about anything, it's the cost of living. It's inflation. It's a price cap at £15,000. And you want to spend billions. Indeed, you committed to spending £65 billion on nuclear weapons.
I'm a Welshman. I was born in Wales. That's what the app in my name means. It's not one of those apps that you used to have on your phones in the old days. It means son of. I am a son of Wales. And the Welsh know what it's like to be oppressed. And that has taught me to say no more.
All right, we've seen him in the clip. He's now here joining us. Everyone make some noise for Amol. Woo! How are you?
I'm good. I can't believe this is happening.
When did you get asked to go on the show and how long have you had to keep this secret?
I've had to keep it secret for like a year.
Oh my
I
God.
hope I'm not giving away anything terrible for the mega fans, the Whovians or the new fans, the Nuvians. But yeah, they filmed it like over a year ago, and I got asked probably a couple of months beforehand. And it was all hush hush. It was all like, we're going to be doing this thing, and you might have to play a version of yourself, but we're not sure. And then it's on the day that you actually get the script. And you get to see it in detail, and then they take you into makeup, and obviously I had quite a lot of makeup done, and it was pretty hardcore. I mean, I think people should, obviously it's a very big deal for the BBC, as people listening to your podcast will know. So you do have to sign an NDA, you have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. And so, I mean, hang on a second, am I even allowed to talk about it with you?
Yes.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
We're in a safe space
The
now.
cat's out of the
This is,
bag. Yeah.
When I filmed it, I was not as grey as I am now. And I don't think they'd have had to do so much work if they But in all honesty, my dear dad died a couple of years ago, and I've never ever thought that I looked like him. I always thought I looked like my mum. My brother looked like my dad. And they aged me, and then I looked in the mirror, I was like, oh my God, that's my dad. It was the first time I ever felt like I looked like my dad. It was a really surreal experience.
So what was it like? Because you've said it was a dream come true. So how did it feel to be in the actual set of Doctor Who?
I grew up watching a huge amount of TV. I didn't really listen to the radio. I played a lot of cricket, but I watched TV. And there's something about a set, cameras, the kind of weird sort of hierarchy of all the different people, the billions of people that you've never heard of, that you don't even know what this person's doing yet. The fact there's a director wandering around with a little note thing. There is something unbelievably exciting, thrilling, sort of dynamic about a set. And when you add on top of that the fact that it's Doctor Who, so it's high stakes, it's kind of, there's a load of kind of slightly weirdly dressed people, and you're in something a bit sort of futuristic and surreal, and the fact there's loads and loads of extras, it's really amazing. So it feels like really, really exciting. And yet at the same time, the set was like the sort of thing I'm used to, which is like a news studio. So on the one hand, I felt like, oh my God, this is nuts. I'm kind of actually in a proper futuristic film set. On the other hand, it felt really, really familiar. And I think the familiarity helped because it helped me get over my nerves, because I was able to tell myself, look, I've done this a million times before. I've interviewed politicians before. So just treat it almost like a normal thing, just with actual lines which they've given me rather than lines which I've got to come up with myself. But it's amazing. It's an amazing production. So many people, such high caliber, and something about film and TV sets is just, it's irresistible.
I wanted to ask you, actually, obviously you're used to interviewing top people. What was it like interviewing Roger, and how does he compare to your normal interviews?
So I should say, I'm sure people know, Roger was played by a magnificent actor called Aidan Barnard, who, I wouldn't say he's become a mate, but I was actually messaging him the other day because he's landed an incredible role in a film, a biopic of Jimmy White, the snooker player, which is kind of weird for me because Jimmy White, the snooker player, is from Tooting in South London, which is where I'm from, and grew up very near me. So it's weird that this guy, really weird. This guy that I met kind of through Doctor Who is now playing someone who's a bit of a childhood hero. And he made it, and Irene made it really easy for me. And I want to give a big public shout out to him, not only because he's a great actor, but I think you'd see I was a little bit nervous. He was, as a politician in character, he was something I'm pretty used to, which is he was arrogant, he was difficult, he didn't have much respect for journalists. I mean, you guys have seen how it comes across in the final edit, but he was not someone who kind of was lacking in self-regard or was particularly humble. And that actually helped me in doing the interview a little bit, because I know what it's like to be interviewing someone who is full of it. And he was full of it. And so in a weird way, the fact that he was a kind of exaggerated or caricature version of the politicians I already interview and know quite well, it helped me become an exaggerated or caricatured version of myself. So in a way, the fact that he was quite realistic meant that I felt I didn't have to try too hard to act.
That's amazing. Are we going to see you popping up in any more episodes then?
Ooh.
Well, you tell me. I mean, if you guys give me a nice little review, who knows? I'm not going to lie. It was a great experience. I loved it. I feel humbled and lucky to have done it. I would love to do it again.
This seems like a very rehearsed answer, because we spoke to Anita Dobson and she said the exact same thing. So this seems like
Did she?
Russell has given you some... we get it.
We'll see.
That's media
soon.
training
We'll see you in 2 weeks' time in 2 new episodes.
Yeah, exactly. I promise I didn't rehearse that, or I haven't spoken to anyone about it. Yeah, I'd love to. I mean, who doesn't want to be part of Doctor Who? I mean, like, what a thing to do. What a ridiculously amazing way to spend a day, to go to Cardiff, to be part of this ornament to British TV and British life, and be part of this amazing community, you know?
The best thing about Doctor Who is you just can keep popping up, because they can just do different prosthetics. They can turn you into who. You just got to keep an eye out for your eyes.
Yeah, and different futures.
Yeah.
Different futures, yeah.
Different timelines.
Different timelines, yeah.
Is there any way they could ever make me like a younger version of myself, do you think?
That is possible. They do it.
Okay,
They did it to Arnie in Terminator. They can do it to you, Amol.
If you could just have a little word
All right,
with
we're
Russell,
on it.
like,
We'll put it in our notes, yeah?
I'll get Nadia to have a word with Russell.
Amol, yeah. Me and him are like this in a minute. So, guys, can we please make some noise for Amol? You're brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate
Take
it.
care. Bye. Okay, guys, let's decompress. What an episode. How do we feel? Because there wasn't even opening credits.
After that episode, I am exhausted, emotional, tired, screaming, crying, throwing
all
up.
the emotions, throwing up. Oh, God, get a bucket.
Yeah.
The thing is, right, in my head, I feel like the whole episode was such a roller coaster because we watched her entire life play out.
That's a classic Doctor Who thing to do, though, isn't it? Seeing somebody go through their entire life.
The thing is, though, this has happened before. So, like, Doctor doesn't make it in time, or like Companion's life is played out on camera. So, I think it was Amy Pond who he come back in time. She was old.
She's an old lady.
Yeah. So, and the Doctor did that. The Doctor just loves leaving his companions to get old.
He
He's like,
loves leaving people to age.
Do you know what? What if we're actually not looking at the ending as proper as we should? She went to bed, put the light on. Obviously, 73 yards woman came closer than 73 yards.
So she can physically do it.
Was that spiritual? It might not have been physical.
Oh,
what if it was
we cannot bring
okay.
spiritual into this at this stage of the game.
What I was going to say is that we have started to see some of the gods like come back. What if this entity is much bigger? Way out here, sat here like, 73 yards woman shouldn't do anything. She just stands there and spreads gossip. This one is on it.
Yeah.
She is.
If she's just a big gossip, it could be me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It could be us.
What a way to
all
find
we've
out.
done is gossip. Like, we find out at the end when we do slightly focus. Sarah, what are you doing over there?
that week, Sarah?
I've got something to tell you.
But also, like, just the fact that the Doctor was nowhere. Like, just...
It scares me, though.
But do you think the Doctor was gone because he was the first person to be told the thing and he ran off?
He had to be gone.
No, he was the first person that got told something.
So he legged it.
Like, that's why he legged it. But then, no, because we got a visual of people legging it. He just was like not there. They did camera angles types missing, and I hate that camera angle missing because
just go this way.
Just turn slightly this way. Why are you turning the camera here? Because I need to see where he's
I was actually
gone.
looking at something just a sec. I just need to see that.
I was doing this with my screen. I was like,
no
no.
CCTV out there as well. Coincidentally,
I think Russell did that on purpose. Russell T Davies is a genius.
Do you know? Can we just have a round of applause for what brilliant storytelling? Like, oh my gosh, what an episode!
And he She knew
Well done,
well,
Russell.
right? I'm going to leave this for you to decide. For you to decide. No,
And I don't want
For all
that.
of you to decide.
Don't give me creative freedom, Russell. Just tell me what's going on.
Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need to decide.
No.
Thank you, Sarah. Like, can you just look down the camera and just tell Russell?
Russell, I'm speaking directly to you. Tell me what's going on. I don't want to decide for myself. Please, Russell. Please.
Only time will tell, guys, all right? Now stay here because we've got an exclusive sneak peek of the next Doctor Who episode, Dot and Bubble.
Dot and Bubble.
Plus, Russell T Davies is going to be joining us, giving us all the tea about that brand new episode. We're so looking forward to it. Yes. But first, it is your favourite. Let's do Dr. Dot. Now, Sarah, this is basically the part where Shabaz gets to flex his Doctor Who muscles. Yeah, because he deserves it. He needs it, doesn't he? All right, so you can have your moment.
Now, this is a bit of an obvious one, but Kate Lethbridge-Stewart, obviously, she is a daughter of a very legendary character, Brigadier. But I honestly think Kate, as well within her right, cemented her role. 23 stories. She's been around since 2012. She has gone through the Doctors. Matt Smith with Power of Three, that's where she first got introduced in 2012. Then she's at David Tennant, John Hurt, Peter Capaldi, and Ncuti, because obviously she was there for the regeneration or bi-generation. So that's Kate. Now, Kate played a very big role in the Easter eggs. I think that's all she was there for. She was like, Shabaz, this one's, I winked the wrong guy. This one's for you. I wish Shabaz. And she mentions the Sontarans.
Yes.
There's our fellow Sontaran. And my favourite, they are this sort of warrior-obsessed clone race, right? Now, the Sontarans have actually been around since 1973.
Since when?
1973.
73?
73. Oh, stop it. That's not an Easter egg, you two. Stop it.
Sarah, hold me.
No. Hold me, I'm shaking.
There's got to be something in that.
1973 was John Pertwee's era. And like you just said, 73 yards. I don't know if we're going to see Sontarans again because we've seen them quite a lot in history, but I love them. My absolute favourites. But yeah, that's just a bit of a Easter egg. And the other one is that Kate mentions UNIT are starting to deal with more supernatural powers because in the giggle, and I think that might be a bit of a nod back to the Toymaker coming back, because Toymaker, his powers were very supernatural. And we've said that this 73 yards woman, it's a bit supernatural. The Toymaker did say that my legions are coming.
Exactly.
And it started with the goblins in the church on Ruby Road. So what if the 73 yards woman is one of his legions?
Oh. There's more to come. There's so much more to come.
Gosh, I'm so excited.
Oh, I've got one, right? Listen.
I've got goosebumps.
This one.
Lay it on us,
I
hun.
can feel it.
Give us the egg.
I'm literally frothing at my mouth. I'm telling you now, right? I've been excited to tell you about this. Right, so listen, on our last podcast, we had a guest, Ed Knight, and he brought up a very interesting point. And bear in mind, not many episodes, but clocked it, Susan Twist.
Yes.
Susan Twist appeared in this episode as the hiker.
Yes.
Now, Susan Twist appeared in Wild Blue Yonder as Isaac Newton's maid. She then came back for Christmas episode, Church on Ruby Road, as a concert goer. She then comes back in Space Babies as a crew member, an old crew member. Also, this is getting worse. Devil's Cord.
Yes.
She's a little tea lady. Well, the next episode was Boom. She appeared as the ambulance woman.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Listen, this week she's back. I'm telling you.
As the hiker.
The hiker is the first time. So there was the first time after the ambulance where they looked at her, because previously she'd just been sort of backgrounding.
Yeah.
The hiker was actually the one that got seen, and Ruby acknowledged it. So there's a point where Ruby says to her, have we met before? Like, what's going on here? And then she second guesses herself and goes, but no, that was the future, because Boom happens way in the future.
Yeah.
Oh,
Babe, I'm getting out in here. I'm so proud of you.
And I'm so gassed because Susan Twist, there's twist.
There's always a twist.
If you think about Susan Twist's appearances at first, if you see it as once or twice they may have used her, Doctor Who is not using a big actress twice in the background for no reason.
All right, have you got any more?
So the Doctor tells Ruby about, the future Prime Minister, Roger Ap William, and the fact that he is a spoiler. Now, the term spoiler was actually my favourite line. Honestly, I love it. River Song was actually the first one to coin the term like spoilers, because that refers to the Doctor's future. Now, the Doctor's future is it future? Is it past? It's very, very confusing, isn't it? Like, a spoiler is something from the Doctor's future. River Song is the Doctor's wife, played by Alex Kingston, and she's actually met Matt Smith, David Tennant and Peter Capaldi. And those are some of my favourite storylines. So when we first met River Song, we met her in the silence of the library, right? She knew so much more than the Doctor knew. I love those stories.
Look at you,
I know, I love it. That episode's my favourite because it was almost like, it's your future, you look different, but it's my past. I love this idea of it's my future, it's your past. It's your past, it's my future. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Well, this is literally 73 yards.
Don't do this.
Sorry, I need to stop. All right, thanks, Shabaz. No more Easter eggs because we're all Easter egged out. Did you enjoy that though, Sarah?
That was absolutely amazing.
Isn't that worse now that you know about season twist? Because
I'm going to be Googling so much on my way home.
Okay, so this is the part where we're going to get into some of the fan theories, give a kudos to those who are real Whovians and get involved with what's happening, okay?
Yeah.
So we'll start off with the fan theories. So this user online said, whoever these godlike entities are, they almost seem to transcend the universe itself. They're aware it's a TV show, hence Maestro referencing the opening theme at the start of Devil's Cord, and the fact that Maestro acknowledges us twice in the episode. Guess who else breaks the fourth wall, guys?
Mrs. Flood with never seen a TARDIS before.
Oh my God.
Sarah, your brain
But
looks
also,
broken.
if they know it's a TV show, what do you think it means with there being no opening credits in this episode?
Do you think the 73 Yards woman had a word with the TV show?
Go away.
With the theme
With the opening theme tune, and then it went away.
Go away.
The theme tune ran away with the
theme
snow.
tune ran away.
I think, you know what? You know how I feel about Maestro. Has Maestro got something to do with it?
But we had a theme song for Boom.
Yeah.
I don't think
73 yards. I'm telling you, 73 yards. She's on it. She's on it. She's taking everyone away. She's taking the theme tune as well. Anyway, we've got another user who said, this is a brilliant observation. They said, I'm sure it's no coincidence that both the Devil's Cord and the Giggle from last year start off in 1925 in London.
No coincidence. Nothing's a coincidence.
Absolutely. 1925. No.
I was trying to do the maths.
2 and 5 is 7. 1 minus 1 plus 9
minus,
is... No.
Forget it.
You lost it there.
We lost it.
Also, everyone is talking about Mundi in Boom being played by Varada Sethu, and she's been cast as an additional companion for the next series.
That is nuts.
Before Boom went out, she wasn't listed in the credits on IMDb, but so it's a massive surprise to see her in the episode. What does it all mean? So thank you so much, guys, for all of your theories, observations. We love them. Make sure that you tag in #DoctorWho, and then we can see them.
All right, guys, super exciting. Now we are going to be talking to Russell T Davies. He's giving us some information about the next episode. It's called Dot and Bubble.
Next week, it's a story called Dot and Bubble. This episode probably had more different titles than any other episode. At one time, it was called Monsters Everywhere. Another title was IRL. But we've settled on Dot and Bubble. An amazing performance a lead performance in this by an actor called Callie Cook, who is absolutely fantastic. It's strange. It's weird. It's an episode I first discussed making with Stephen Moffat way back in 2010 when he came out to Los Angeles to launch New Doctor Who with Matt Smith. I went for dinner with him and Karen Gillan, and at that table, I talked about this story, and we very quickly realised it was absolutely impossible and no one could possibly make it. So come and watch. I love this one. I'm very proud of this one. And just ask yourself as you're watching it, what has happened? Where is Bertie Lester?
Oh, the bloody hell's Bertie Lester.
Oh my God, we're getting a new name.
I'm just about there with Marty Bridges and I've got Bertie Lester.
Do you know what I love? I love the fact that Russell said he couldn't even create it when he had the idea initially.
Too ambitious.
It was too much.
Oh, that means forget it.
We're in for we're going to have to hold hands watching the next
down for a week in preparation.
Josh and Bubba, and the fact that they had loads of names, monsters everywhere.
I quite liked that.
IRL.
Oh!
Listen, Now listen, we got Russell giving us the little teasers, but we've now got an exclusive sneak peek of the next episode, Dot and Bubble.
Dot and Bubble.
That's what Dot and Bubble is then.
She said it as well. She went Dot.
Bubble.
Oh, Bubble.
Bubble.
Bubble. It looked like social media.
I was
It's
going
going
to
to be
say,
something
like a
virtual
dating
reality.
thing?
Yeah.
Are we in-
Metaverse.
yeah, and where are we? Are we in the future?
We're in the future. I mean, I don't, unless you have that in your house, I don't think
No,
we're in
I don't have a
present time.
bubble in my house.
It's definitely future.
Yeah, it's got to be
So
futuristic.
we've got to keep our eyes out for Bertie
Lester.
Lester,
Marty Bridges.
Marty Bridges.
Who's Susan Twist going to play?
Maybe Susan Twist is
Maybe she was
Bertie
in that
Lester.
clip.
Maybe she's the
Maybe
bubble
she was-
odor.
No, maybe she was in that clip. You know when they brought the people
Oh, yeah,
up?
I didn't even
She
see.
could have been
She
one
could
of
have been in
them.
the clip. Maybe she's at the foot of the bed.
We've got to find her. Every
Yeah, like
episode, we've got to
Susan
look for.
Twist.
We've got to look for her. Susan Twist.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, so that's it.
I know.
This episode is over. And I just want to say a massive thank you to Sarah, our special guest.
you,
for
Finn.
having me.
Honestly, I
had
feel-
the best time. You unleashed something in me, honestly.
And remember to join us next episode after you finish watching Dot and Bubble. We'll be here.
Bye, guys.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Doctor Who YouTube channel.